Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
He'll start on the ground here on the first down. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. On first and 10, here's Irving. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Saints' 48-yard line.
Good. 180. Regular. What's up?
Mayfield down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
180.
Here's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Buccaneers had 5 and 6 to start play. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Alert!
Mayfield looks to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And so room to maneuver. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. At that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Taking down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7th and 5.
Now Shuck. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he is in for a score. Touchdown, New Orleans. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
180!
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10.
180! Start!
Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at the Saints defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
That's caught. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
To throw is Shuck. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready up!
Here's Shuck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 60, at the 60.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Man, I had to grow up. That's why I never asked for help. I do it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
180! Regular. Hey, alert, alert! Watch out!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Good. 180! Hey, alert! Run. Stop.
Throwing, Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
They'll go play action with Shuck. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 36 yards.
First and goal.
Pacheco will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal. At the Bucs 4-yard line.
So the false start will back them up 5.
Now that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Touchdown, Saints! Juwan Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Saints are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Shifts past him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
180! Hey, alert 33! Pistol, pistol, pistol. Stop!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
22 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
180! Up, up! Stop!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Good. 180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Run, run, run. One touch.
Now Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Regular, regular, regular. 180! Run, run, run. What's up?
And again, it's Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
180!
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Play fake, Mayfield. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
These two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Play action. Shuck. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. There he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Mayfield now from the 50. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Kings!
Mayfield to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown!
it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a quick throw here that's complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
180! What's up?
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
20! Real. Stop!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that one gives him a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Saints 21. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On play action, Shuck. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty. They
lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion, the tight end. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have retaken a third quarter lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. On the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
180!
They'll set up to throw. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
180! What's up?
Hands it off out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Regular. Alert!
Mayfield down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Buccaneers, 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At their own 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
To throw now, Shuck. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Play fake, Shuck.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Run. Good.
Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Touchdown, Saints. Isaiah Pacheco, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Good. 180. Point it right. What's up?
Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing, Shuck. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Lane, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Buccaneers, 24.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Good. 180.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Run.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
180.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Mayfield. Well, that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jaden Higgins, 36 yards. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk reward of the onside kick when you don't